Hi,
All right,
Cherie.
I am recording.
Okay. All right. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your night to be with us. We appreciate it very much because we know how valuable your time is. My name is Lisa Bartlett, and I feel so blessed to be taking you on this informative journey with us for the next little while to get a glimpse into our lives and how our health, nutrition, and fitness has given us the freedom to pursue the life we choose. We are so excited to share.
You went on mute, Lisa.
I saw that. I don't even know how that happened. I didn't even hit anything. That's the weirdest thing. Okay, so I think I was saying we are so excited to share our mission of inspiring healthy living around the world with you and hope. And our hope is you will walk away with a few tips and tools, or maybe you'll want to join our mission to help others. I am going to introduce my friends and tell you a little bit about them first, and then share my story with you before turning the mic over to them. So we have Kate Hawks, and she is a health coach with an organic farming background. She is also a swim and surf coach and currently resides most of the time in Ashland, Oregon, with her daughter Madeline, not Madeline, Madeline. Kristen Finley is a stay-at-home mom who happens to be a registered dietitian, personal trainer, and lifetime athlete. Her health journey has led her to a life of purpose and possibility. And Abby Rexroad is a multi-passionate entrepreneur. She enjoys hiking and snowboarding, teaches prenatal and kids yoga, and guides river adventures in the summer. I am Lisa Bartlett, and I am 53 years old, and I am truly more healthy and fit than I have ever been in my life. I have my degree in psychology and child development, along with my teacher credentials. I have been married for 27 years and to a very supportive husband, and we have two sons, 26 and 23, that I was very fortunate to be able to stay home with and be involved in their lives until they left for college. And I really didn't get into sports and fitness until I was about 19, almost 20 years old. My parents were not healthy individuals. In fact, my father died at 51 from complications due to diabetes. And I was as old as my oldest son was when he or is now when my dad passed away. And my mom was a smoker, and they both literally never exercised unless it was walking up the stairs to go to bed. My weight fluctuated from the time I was 19 up until up and down 20 to 50 pounds for 26 years. I was always able to get myself down in weight quick with whatever fad diet was out there, not putting any good nutrition in my body while restricting calories as well. And at this point in my life, I was on the same unhealthy path as my dad because the losing weight cycles were coming around less and less. I did bathing suit competitions when my weight cycles, when I was down, where I thought, I looked my best. And I was and still am a gym rat and love fitness, even in my cycles of being 50 pounds overweight. When I finally made the rock solid decision at 46 years old that I did not want to follow in my dad's footsteps and dying at the age of 51, I jumped in and decided that this time around, I am going to make this a lifestyle and not a fad or trend. And I did it. I lost the 50 pounds through eating to live, not living to eat, right before my 50th birthday. I was on a women's track team at the gym. I was lifting pretty heavy weights naturally and wanting to do fitness competitions, but I wasn't feeling my best. I was not recovering quickly from my workouts, and I was tired. I was getting sick easily, and I knew I needed some sort of change since I already changed the behaviors that I thought were making me feel that way. So long story short, I was introduced to plant powders, vegetables, fruits, and berries in a capsule, which, I thought was too good to be true. And that's what I thought, but I was open to trying something new. And Kate will be sharing with you a little more in a little more detail about that. But I've got to tell you how it made a difference for me. Within the first few months, the adult acne that I had, that I never even had as a teenager, started to go away, and I started to be able to wean myself off the meds that I was on. I noticed I wasn't tired when I woke up in the morning and after my workouts. And I started to feel a new sense of well-being, and I wasn't sure why, that I never had before. My workouts were getting better and better. I was stronger and I was lifting more weight than I had ever had before. And I was recovering better than when I was lifting like less weight. And so that was, to me, that was amazing to be able to get back into the gym the next day. And then my body actually started to look even different. My muscles started to look fuller and more supple, and my skin in certain areas that were kind of crepey, where I lost the weight, were now looking smooth and weren't getting, and wasn't having that look. So I was like, well, okay, why is this even happening? What I found out, it was because of the good nutrition that I was putting in my body, and I wasn't getting any of that before from when I was trying to lose weight and I was restricting. So I did a couple of fitness competitions, and I was in this one that was online through Women's Muscle and Fitness, and there was like 20,000 beautiful women to start. And after all the rounds, I was like in the last group that was narrowed down to 32 of us. And I was eliminated after that, but I was okay because all of the beauties that were left in were professional competitors. But what a fantastic, fulfilling journey that was for me to be like, out of 20,000, I was like in the last group of 32. And, bathing suits, and, I put myself out there. So I'm going to leave you with one thought I think about all the time, which is how blessed I feel that my friend was not afraid to introduce me to these plant powders that made all the difference in the world for me and my family. So Kate is going to share with you all about these plant powders called Juice Plus, and how, as a health coach, surf and swim coach, avid surfer, and busy mom, it has helped her immensely. Take it away, Kate.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Lisa. Yeah, I want to tell you a little bit more about the plant powders first. The fruits, the veggies, and the berries are just food. That's what my favorite thing about it is. In each of these, there are 10 vegetables in the vegetables. And if you look on the back, it doesn't say supplement facts, it says nutrition facts, because it's just food. I was an organic farmer for a really long time, and it's really important to me where my food comes from. My favorite thing is that this company is working directly with the farms to grow specifically for them. And so the way that all these farms are growing it's amazing. It's better than organic. Everything's being tested 5 times for its cleanliness, for toxins, for herbicides, for heavy metals, for pesticides. None of that is in there. And if they ever find it in a batch, it gets tossed out. And so this is super duper clean food that's picked at its peak ripeness. So imagine that whenever we go to the store and we find an apple, say this time of year, that apple could be on the shelf. It's either from Chile or it's been on the shelf since last fall, because that's when apples are harvested. And so things start to lose their nutrients when they're picked, right? Their nutrients start to go down. Everything in here is picked at peak ripeness, and it's flash frozen within 48 hours. So it hasn't been picked early, so it'll have shelf life. It's been picked at peak ripeness. So it's got the maximum amount of nutrients in there and flash frozen to hold it in there. All of the plant gets turned into a big slurry smoothie thing, and then dehydrated at a low temperature to pull out all the waters and the sugars, creating this super power packed food, basically, that our bodies recognize that's super bioavailable. So as an athlete, that's really important. It goes right into the muscles and everything, and our bodies just soak it right up. It's really clean. It's really safe. And there's been over 40 third-party peer-reviewed studies about what this is doing in people's bodies. Actually, it's the most researched nutritional product on the planet, and one of it is all about bioavailability, and it's also about oxidative stress in athletes and how important that is for us. One other amazing thing is that they do a Healthy Starts for Families program where any adult taking Juice Plus can get free Juice Plus for kid. So as a single mom, that was a no-brainer for me. I was like, yeah, get me on it, get my girl on it, and we're loving it. So when I first heard about Juice Plus, Chris Cotton, who is 70, has been taking it for 30 years as a surfer, he said to me, I'm going to be surfing when I'm 90. And I was like, well, I don't care what you're doing then. I want to try that because I want to be surfing when I'm 90. Because I thought, I'm 38 and I was like, man, I feel sad that I might be like closing in on the end of my surfing career. But after discovering Juice Plus, honestly, my idea of longevity has completely changed. My idea of what is possible in my body and how long I can enjoy my sport has completely changed. And so now I'm like, feel like I'm just at the beginning of this amazing journey I have with my body. And Juice Plus is honestly, I feel healthier than I've ever felt. My skin looks amazing. And the best part is that I can go out on days when the surf is pumping. I can surf for like 3 solid hours, like heavy surf. I come in, I take my Juice Plus, I drink a complete shake, I go back out for another 3 hours, and I'm not a mess the next day. I'm like ready to go again. And so the recovery that I get from this product is incredible. As an athlete, it is and forever will be an essential piece of my regimen that I do for myself. The other thing that we have is omegas. So omegas are really essential for our heart health, for our brain health, for our skin health, for our joint health. Again, as athletes, all of those systems are incredibly important, and we can't get most of those things readily available out of food. And so supplementing with omegas are awesome. This is a vegan omega that doesn't taste fishy like the fish omegas. The fish industry, it takes 4 pounds of fish oil, or 4 pounds of fish skin to make an ounce of fish oil, which is crazy. And so here we've got this beautiful, delicious vegan omega that can go in our face and also can help all of our systems. We've also has a complete shake that I talked about that comes in chocolate. It comes in vanilla. It is amazing because it's not just protein. It also has like 15 extra plants and vegetables. So between everything, that's 50 extra plants I get in my diet every single day. And it's amazing within 15 minutes of a workout to just throw that in there, and I feel awesome and good to go. We also have a tower garden, which is a great way to get more fruits and vegetables readily at our fingertips. Aeroponic growing systems that grow right inside our house. And if that makes sense, we also have a Shred 10 program that, once a month we all get together and we cut out the things that aren't serving us, the inflammatories. And as an athlete, those things can make it really hard to do what we want to do. So we get to cut all the inflammatories out and then flood our bodies with plants together, and get the best possible experience that we can get. So if you're like me, you might want to know a little bit more about the business, because it's an amazing opportunity. I got to spend a month and a half in Baja this winter, where I was taking these amazing plant powders and also still working. And so it's an amazing opportunity. And Abby is going to tell you a little bit more about that.
Thanks, Kate. Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. It's so nice to see so many friendly, smiling faces. Really appreciate you being here. I'll, like Lisa said earlier, I am a kids yoga teacher, a family fitness coach. I work on the summers as a river guide, and in winters, I love snowboarding and year-round hiking, just a pretty active person. Love to take a minute to tell you a little bit about my story before I dive into the business and what I love so much about it. So basically, it was about 4 years ago. I was feeling kind of stuck. I worked in an office, having one of those jobs where you have to report from like a 9-to-5 type situation. I had some flexibility where I could drive around and work from different locations, but it's really hard for me to be in a position where I have to be inside 4 walls for set amounts of time and only have a very limited amount of vacation time. My family is super important to me, and it is so important for me to be able to go and be with them, whether that's vacationing or helping out when they're in need, and not having to choose between my vacation time and spending time with my family. That was super important to me. So, I was also really tired, super low energy, and just kind of like going through the motion. I was literally falling asleep at my desk if I didn't have go out to get that afternoon coffee. Which is just crazy to think about now, because now I am so energized. I actually don't even drink coffee any longer. It only took me about 2 weeks. You too, Lisa? It only took me like 2 weeks to start feeling that difference, that difference of having that sustained energy. I'm so grateful that my friend introduced me to it. And then I also noticed I wasn't getting sick as often as my coworkers. I used to be we used to have kind of an underground cold medicine circuit going on in the office. And when they started passing it out again and I could turn it down and even give away my secret stash, I was like, okay, this is feeling pretty good. Something's working for me. And I didn't, energy, great, not getting sick as often, awesome. I can spend more time the way that I want to. But after 6 months, I went back to the dentist and they stopped me and were commenting on my gum health, asking me, they're like, oh, something must be wrong because my gums, not great. And they were declining every time I was going. So she kept going back and checking my numbers again. I didn't have any 4 pockets anymore. So they're like, what are you doing different? I'm like, I don't know. I started flossing. You guys told me to floss. So I've been doing that. They're like, "Nah, I mean, that's great and all, but there must be something else." I never put 2 and 2 together until I shared my story with someone else. And they're like, oh yeah, there's a periodontal study. There's so much research behind this stuff. It's kind of crazy. It's like, oh, I'm my own research study. So that's just a fun fact I like to share. But the business, that's what I'm here to talk about. I love this business. It's only $52 for an entire year. That's $1 a week. And I get an international business that I can run from my phone, my computer, anywhere. When I'm in Mexico with my sister, all I need is Wi-Fi. And, that's really it. Everything else is kind of taken care of. Plus, they take care of all of the, I'm not going to say boring, but the stuff that I'm not as interested in, like the accounting, the billing, shipping, all of that kind of stuff. The customer service, they take care of it. I just get to connect with people and share from my heart about what I love. You don't have to have any special training. All you have to have is a passion for people, care about people, and have a willingness to work. That's really all it takes. The company, they have a huge heart. The founder, Jay Martin, he has been around for 50 years, been the founder, and he's been at the helm the entire time. He's an incredible man with a huge heart, and the company really shows that. They have a huge philanthropy side. They give for the #1 contributors to the St. Jude Marathon. We also give to Boys and Girls Club, a number of different places. I mean, it just doesn't stop. I remember like packing up meals for people that were hungry when we were at conference. It's just wherever you look, there's someone giving to somebody, which I have a big passion for. What else? I don't know. Just love connecting and sharing solutions with people. So those are kind of my highlights. The other thing is the children's health study. We touched on that a little bit. Kate shared that. Just another way that the company gives by being able to allow kids. It doesn't even have to be your own child. You can sponsor a neighbor. I'm sponsoring my friend's daughter. There's other ways that you can continue to give with the company. So if, having a job where you don't have to report to an office, you get to make your own hours, you have flexibility of where you can work. We're in 26 different countries. All you have to have is that drive, that willingness to work, and, maybe like people, want to connect with them and help them. I love that I still get to support families and work with kids and impact them in a healthy way without somebody else telling me how I have to do it. So if any of that sounds interesting to you, stick around afterwards and ask some questions or talk to the person that invited you to this call. And Lisa, are we going back to you or Kristen?
Yeah, I could. Oh, yeah, I can hop on. So I'm just here to start to share my story really quick. My name's Kristen, and I am a 53-year-old registered dietitian and personal trainer. I have 3 almost grown boys. So we got 22, 20, and 17 in the house, or almost out, 1 foot out of the house. One's out, 2 are kind of still in. And anyway, I've been doing this Juice Plus stuff for about 6 years now. And I have been a lifetime athlete. My dad was a coach, and I grew up playing every sport there was. And it was pretty clear at a young age that gymnastics was going to be my sport of choice. I ended up going on to be a Division I athlete or Division I gymnast for Oregon State University and competed for 4 years there. And then since graduation, I was a 10K runner for a while, and then took up cycling as I got older. And so now at 53, I'm kind of just doing the cycling stuff, but I also am a personal trainer. So I'm also doing daily workouts. And I think for me, what the Juice Plus has offered is workout security. So at 53, in the 4 years I was at college, I had 5 surgeries. I have a knee that is not in good shape, and I'm still able to get up 5 days a week to do a free workout for people on Facebook. So it's live, and I can do it every day, rain or shine, I'm on there. And I have the nutrition in my body that allows me to recover and come back the next day and do it. I know, like I said, in the 4 years I was at college, I had 5 surgeries. I know that a lot of my injuries could have been prevented. And that's kind of the sad state, is looking back and knowing that when I was in college, I was living on Motrin. I had I was anemic because probably I was taking so much Motrin. I had shin splints that turned into stress fractures. Those are not overuse injuries. Those are under recovery injuries from improper nutrition. And knowing what I know now, those injuries could have been prevented, and it would have saved me a lot of time. So I just encourage, if you are a lifetime athlete like me, or if you're a mama or a papa to athletes, to start now. It's free for kids, and I am a firm believer that every kid needs to be on this, especially our athletes, because they simply cannot take in enough fruits and vegetables to manage the oxidative stress and free radical damage that is created from their exercise. So I love this product. I'll take it for the rest of my life. My kids will take it. I'm looking forward to having Juice Plus fed grandbabies, and looking forward to really, changing their DNA so that they have healthy DNA when they go on to have their own kids someday. So that's my Juice Plus story, and thank you for letting me share.
Thanks, Kristen. I love hearing the stories. I mean, there's so many stories, and we have so many more. I mean, we can go on and on about the different times in our life that we didn't have Juice Plus. Like when I was running marathons, and I, just like Kristen said, I broke down all the time too. And I would just love to rewind the time and go back and take and have the plant powders and see if I didn't get 3 stress fractures and was in a boot and all. I would just love to be able to do that, because I know that I might still be running marathons right now, if I actually did start sooner. So, but if any of this has sparked your passion for self-care and perhaps has you curious to learn more, we hope that it hit home for you like it did for us. There are definitely many options for you to get going. You could start with our free resources like our Shred 10. We're actually having a Shred Talk on Monday if you want to know. Yes, Monday or Wednesday, I forget. It's next week. If you want to know about that, ask the person that invited you. And you can come and listen. You can choose one simple change with plant powders and the family health study. And if this community is exactly what you have been looking for, you can join our mission so that you have the extra tools to help others. Maybe you're looking to build residual income or add a second income stream. There's so many different, things that people are looking for. And, all of us have found the reasons why we are loving what we're doing. So, if that, hits home for you, again, reach out to whoever invited you to the call, get connected with that person, and we'll meet you wherever you're at. And we want to thank you all for taking the time tonight with all of us. And we're going to stop the recording. And but if anybody has any questions, please answer. That's like our favorite part, is the questions.